Ladies and gentlemen, good Saturday morning. I very much hope that you've had the opportunity to warm up just a little bit before this class so that we're not completely not warm. So starting as always with core. If you haven't heard me a couple of minutes before, please prepare a chair, doesn't really matter. And we're also going to do some stuff against the wall. So I'm going to turn the computer and put it against the wall. And otherwise we are ready Saturday morning. Yes. And long weekend. Yes. All right, you won't need the chair for the core part. Just settle in here, move gently side to side, lean back, and for now, keep your heels on the floor. First 10 minutes are going to be all about the core. You remember what's your form, breathe deeply, make sure that you're comfortable and you are burning, but you're not injuring yourself. So if you need to modify, please modify. We're gonna start in this high boat position from yoga. So basically means you're sitting up, your knees are bent, your heels are on the floor, and you're gonna start to lean back. As soon as you start feeling that your core is engaged, this is where I want you to stop. You're going to clasp your hands and you're gonna bring your right elbow to the floor, tap it, come back through the center, and now tap on the other side. And I'm going to turn so that everybody can see exactly what it looks like. Tap, tap. 2, 3, building fire in our core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, very nice. Come back here so we're much warmer. Lift your legs, knees are still going to be bent. If you find that this is a little too much on your lower back, drop your feet back down. Ready? Same movement for the upper body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax your shoulders, please. 5. Keep your neck active, but definitely relax. 6, 7, chest is still open. 8, 9, 10. The third variation, and that's the hardest one, you're gonna straighten your legs. Find that this is not an option, bend your knees. Ready? Last set. 10, 9, 8. Please keep observing your body. If you start to feel that your shoulders are climbing up, please drop them down. Take a break, no big deal. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Go ahead and give your lower back a little break. Give your back a little break here. So hug your knees, readjust, reset, and we're right back in that same exact position. Your feet are going to be off the floor if you can. If you cannot, place one of them on the floor, both of them, whatever works. Reach your arms all the way above your head and finish that circle with an exhale. The goal here is not to move your upper body. So you're not doing anything crazy like this, just your arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch direction for your arms. Inhale out, exhale in. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If I know anything about anything, you should have felt it in your legs as well. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our oblique muscles. Place your left forearm right underneath your left shoulder. If it becomes uncomfortable keeping your legs completely extended, you can always bend your bottom leg. At this point in time, we're on our left side. Otherwise, lift up. The other thing I want you to try and avoid is bringing that left ankle on the floor. You are on the edge of your left foot, all right? Reach your right arm all the way up, open things up, and lift your right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 options. You can keep your right leg up in the air, or you can place it back on your left foot. And with that, you're going to start to drop your hips down and up, down and up. Exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Let's do that on the other side. Give your shoulders a break. Definitely warming those up. Find your position. Knee versus ankle. Ready? And left leg up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Go ahead and come back onto the left side. Definitely warming up here. I've got every color you can imagine wearing today. Entertainment, preparing for the long weekend. So once again, this is going to be on the obliques. You're back into your left side. Left arm is going to be extended on the floor. Right hand is supporting your head. 20 times, 3 variations. Variation number 1, upper body only. Variation number 2, upper body and top leg. Variation number 3, upper body and both legs. Very important. Don't go into an angle here. You are sliding against an invisible wall behind you. And go. 2, 3, chest is open. 5, this is where I want you to feel it a lot. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get ready to freeze. 5, 4, on top of it. 3, 2, freeze. Bring your knees in and straighten them out. 2, 3, 4, 5, single leg is fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay here. Bicycle. Both legs or just the top leg. 3, 4, 5. Relax your left shoulder. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Let's do that on the other side. So we all remember, whichever variation you go with, challenge yourselves. Right arm is here to support you, not to press you up. You are supporting your head, however. Ready? And exhale. 2, 3, 4, settle in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, halfway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Get ready to freeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. And knees. Once again, do not roll on your back. 3, you're still on your right hip. 5, 6, 7, don't sink into your right shoulder. 9, chest is open. 10, running, bicycling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One last thing we're going to do here. Feel free to place your hands under your tailbone or keep your hands behind your head, depending on how much you want to challenge yourselves. Drop your legs to the left side of your body. Swing them up to about 45 degrees away from your hips and right. 2, 2, last 20. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. It's a long set, but it's our last one, I promise. 8, 9, halfway. Shoulders relaxed, you're breathing. Last 9, chin is up. Unless, of course, you have your head on the floor, in which case it's still up. And last 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and you're awesome. Ah. All right. Bring your knees towards your chest, release your cores, relax, and now straighten your legs and straighten your arms all the way above your head. Reach, lengthening, you're breathing, toes versus your fingertips. Long body, we're gonna be really much longer once we're done with our stretch. Settle in, 3 breaths. Flatten your back, relax through your shoulders. Very nice. Okay, let's start with opening up our lower back. So go ahead and hug your knee, right knee, towards your chest. Use both of your hands here. So make sure that your left leg is still on the floor, no matter how much you're bringing your right leg everywhere. The first thing is going to be you're going to place your right hand on your knee and you're going to bring your knee to the right side of your body. Left leg is still on the floor, so maybe use your left hand to press your left hip into the mat, if that helps. Should feel really good, and then go ahead and lead it as close to the mat as you can. So you can see that from my shoulder, I'm actually taking it to the same level as my waist and even my hip. And again, just a movement here. Dropping down just a tiny bit more, one more time. Should feel really good. Should feel it in a whole bunch of places. And then from here, we're gonna come through the center, switch our hands. Right arm goes to the right side of your body and press that knee toward your left shoulder. And then against the level of your waist. And then start to press the knee over to the floor on the left side of your body. Right shoulder blade remains on the floor, nice and easy. We're gonna come back to it in a few minutes again. So please don't overwhelm your system. Nice and easy, everything is good, opening things up. One more breath. And then reach it back. Once again, coming towards your chest and straightening your leg. Let's do that on the other side. Settling in here. So you probably can feel that left hip flexor is shimmied a little bit. That's what we're starting with. We're opening it up by taking our left knee to the left side of the body and then very gently bringing that knee a little bit lower down and then pressing it toward the floor. Feel the difference between the two sides? Probably. Coming back towards your left underarm and then a little bit lower. So your left arm is the one that's guiding it. A couple more times. Coming up, coming down. One more time. You should feel like your body is finally finding what it is that you're asking of it. Good. And now bring it back towards your chest. Switch hands. Now, first I'm bringing that knee in the direction of my right shoulder. Left arm is now on the floor on the other side. Good. Settle in here. You should feel the stretch. Good stretch in your left glute. And then from here, start to press it. And instead of having that knee facing towards your right shoulder, it is now on the same level as your waist. I hope it makes sense. And then from here, keep that left shoulder blade on the floor firmly. You're going to start to bring that knee down. Easy does it. Play here a little bit. Maybe bring it a little bit lower vis-a-vis your body. So it's not against your waist. Maybe it's going slightly toward the position of your hips. Just get a feel for what's going on with your spine and with your glute. One more breath. Remember, we're going to come back to this. So don't overdo it. Just remember how you feel. And lift it again toward that right shoulder. And we're bringing our left hip back in. And release. Yay, good. So, kind of feeling a little tiny bit more open. And we're going to lift up. Remember, I've asked you to have a chair for today's workout. Please, I'm going to show you this, and I'm actually very excited that we get to play a little bit with some of the things that we cannot really work with in our studio, because obviously we don't have a gazillion chairs to bring into the studio. So I will show you a few stretches that we can do against the walls and against the chairs, all those tools that we have at home. So you're in a kneeling position. You're gonna, I don't know, I'm about 2.5, 3 feet. Find your own position. Your hips are going to be slightly behind your knees, but again, listen to your body. Reach your arms right above that chair. Keep them nice and supported. Your elbows are going to be on the chair, and very gently, you're going to start to drop your chest down. This is where I want you to start feeling it. On the arms, shoulders, and your mid-back. If you're comfortable enough, drop your head just a little bit. You don't have to. If it's too intense, just lift up, give yourself a little break, and try again. The other option, which is something that I want you to try first on the chair, and then we're going to go to the wall. Bend your elbows. Place your hands together, and then place your hands on the back of your head or on your neck, and start to drop your chest down again. This may actually be a much easier position just because your arms are not extended. So find your variation and play with it. 3 more breaths. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and release your arms. Lift up. Very nice. Open up. Hands are going to be on the floor. Let's once again play a little bit with our spine. We're going to go back to our shoulders and tuck your tailbone under, round your back. And as you do that, you're going to start to press your body gently forward and gently back. When you're going a little bit back, you should feel your tailbone stretching. And when you come forward, you should feel the distance between your shoulder blades opening. One more time, forward and back. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Should feel a little different. Soften your elbows. Pull your elbows towards your waist and pull your shoulders gently back. and your neck is really, really long. You don't have to bring your chin up yet. We're not quite there with our necks. You drop your belly and bring your tailbone up. And now very gently, bring your right shoulder towards your right hip and vice versa, and then switch. Slow. Slow. One more time. All the way right to right. And left to left. Very nice. Come back into neutral position. Release your right arm up. Shoulders should be comfortable with that. And swing your right arm all the way under. Place your right cheek and right ear on the floor. Settle in. Move your shift your hips just a little tiny bit side to side, just to kind of find that position where you should be. And then if you can, bring your left arm up toward the ceiling. If you can, if it's not comfortable, just press gently into your fingertips, because I want your left shoulder to go as far to the back as possible. So once again, we're twisting that spine and we're stretching our shoulder and we're opening up the distance between your right shoulder blade and spine. Very nice. And very gently roll back. Once again, cat and cow. So you're rounding your back, dropping your head, and we're arching our back. Very nice. This time, come into neutral position. Left arm goes as high as you possibly can. Nice big stretch in the left side of your spine, lower back, and swing it under. So your left cheek and your left shoulder are on the floor with your left arm extended all the way up. Once again, shift your hips gently side to side, settle in, and lift your right arm. Not comfortable? Place your right fingertips on the floor, press. So your right shoulder goes as far back as possible. Please relax. Good. One more breath. And start to re-rotate. Coming back in, and once again, round back. Maybe shift your hips side to side. And arch your back. Tiny bit of that movement, and again, shift your hips gently side to side. Very nice. So we're going to come back to the mat in a minute, but I want you to find a wall. And I'm going to find the position for, all right, so this is my wall. I want you to stand against the wall, and I want you to try and do something with me here. So you're going to bend your elbows, and once again, you're going to place your hands together and either drop them on your neck or on the back of your head, and you're going to start to bring your elbows as high up as possible as you're shifting your feet farther away from the wall, and then start to stretch your arms. So you're trying to open up as much as possible your triceps and your shoulders. And release that. So this is another variation for the stretch that we did on our chair. And once again, go ahead and come against the wall with your shoulder blades. One last stretch for our shoulders. Please do that as often as you possibly can. Place your elbows and your shoulder blades against the wall. Your elbows are going to bend about 90 degrees or whatever you can. See if you can place the backside of your hands against the wall. Soften, you're standing, your feet are far away from the wall, your tailbone is against the wall, your back is most likely arched, but relaxed through the spine. And then we're gonna start lifting our elbows and our arms as high as possible, and then dropping them down. And note how far you can move within this movement. How many inches up? How far are your elbows against the wall versus you cannot really touch the wall? Are your shoulder blades against the wall? The back of your head against the wall? All of this. The more you do that, I promise, the easier it's going to become. Did I say this is our last shoulder stretch? No. Sorry about that. There's one more. One more time, all the way up. A lot of effort here. Your chest muscles are probably working here to help you. And one last time, bringing it as low as you possibly can. Wonderful, wonderful stretch for posture. Good. Release that. Give your arms a little break. All right, so a couple of things here. And I find the corner of the wall. My hand is grabbing on to that corner. My arm is at the level of my shoulder. And I start to move away from it. Stop me. I get to the point where I start feeling a beautiful, beautiful stretch. It goes all the way through my chest, my collarbone, my rotator cuff, and my bicep. And I breathe, and I really, really enjoy it. You listen to your body very carefully. You go slow. You train yourselves to open up. 2 more breaths here. Neck is relaxed. If you start to shift your hips forward, you'll add a little tiny bit more nudging into it. Very nice. Very slowly, re-rotate. Good. Now you're going to bring your hand about a foot, maybe half a foot, start with about 6 to 8 inches up. Once again, you're going with your body, and we're going to start rotating away from it again. 3 breaths again. Nice and slow, settle in. The more of your body weight is applied, the deeper you're going to feel the stretch. Good. Re-rotate. One last one, higher yet. And once again, stretch. Two more breaths. Very nice. Re-rotate, still on the same side. Listen to me very carefully. So you're bringing that arm now, once again, to your shoulder height. You're leaning away from it. I'm trying to pull that wall. And I'm going to start rotate now toward it. And again, and again, and again. Until essentially, my arm, I'm going to turn around, is crossing my chest. And then I'm going to show that. Yeah, it's very hard to show, but let's see, can I show it? I'll show it on the other side. So, and once again, you're starting to lean to the right side, feeling a wonderful, wonderful stretch again in your rotator cuff, as well as your tricep. The entire time, you're also feeling it throughout the top part of your right arm. 2 more breaths. Good. And then we're going to rotate back. And now I'm going to go for the other side. Same thing, left arm, and I'm holding it at my shoulder height, and I'm moving away from it. And I almost immediately feel the difference between the 2 sides. There's no question that my left side is tighter than my right one. But that's why I'm here. You will never look at your doorway the same way after today. Good. Re-rotate. Ease 6 to 8 inches higher. And once again, rotating away from it. Keep relaxing your neck and your right shoulder. Everything is really relaxed. And maybe bring your left hip slightly forward just to open things up, applying your body weight to it. Don't overdo it. These are really, really deep. And re-rotate nice and slow. Last one, higher yet. Just go as far as you can. I realize that the blood is now going away from your arm. One last time. Rotate as far as your chest muscles allow you. Feel free to shift gently side to side to kind of find just the most perfect position where you feel it the most. One more breath. Very nice. If you need to take a quick break, just to bring blood back, once again, we're grabbing the wall, shoulder high. And now I'm turning in the opposite direction. So you should feel much better, see much better what was going on my right side. So you see how my arm is now crossing my chest toward the other shoulder, and I start to lean away from that wall. This is where I'm feeling the stretch. Should feel really, really good. Last breath. Very nice. Do experiment with these stretches as much as you possibly can. All right, I'm rotating back toward the mat. Thanks for hanging with me here. All right. Relax, reset. Wonderful. Come into a seated position here on your knees and tuck your toes. Tuck them. Press now your hips right on top of those heels. And very gently lift up. Nice. Arch your back gently. Bring your chin up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Place your hands clasped on the back of your head. So we're doing two things here. We're stretching the soles of our feet, and we're going to start to stretch our necks. Drop your chin down as you're pressing your hands into the back of your head. Gently rotate your chin to the right and then to the left. Slow. Come back to the center and press your head into your hands all the way until you feel a nice openness in your chest. Once again. In the meantime, if your toes are starting to really get uncomfortable, feel free to release them. And again, chin a little bit closer now to your chest. Rotate your chin now slightly to the right and slightly to the left. Back to center and lift. One last time. I'm going to turn around. Couple of different perspectives here. Press your hands into the back of your head. You should feel that your chin can come a little bit closer now to your chest. Shoulders are still relaxed. Rotate your chin to the right. Press now very gently with your left palm. Stay. Two more breaths. Relax your left shoulder here. Very nice. Release the pressure of your left palm. Coming back through the center. Bring your chin to the left. Gently press your right palm into the right side of your head. Drop your right shoulder, maybe even gently pull it back. Bring that distance to its maximum. One more. Very nice. Release the pressure of your right hand. Rotate back toward the chest and lift all the way up. Reach, relax. And I want you to release those toes now. Good. Sit back down on your heels and actually lean back. Bring your hands behind you. Gently come side to side. And what I'm going to ask you to do is try and bring your hips between your heels. You should feel a really wonderful stretch here in your ankles and at top of your feet. Coming back forward. Lift your left knee just a little tiny bit. And right. Very nice. I'm going to turn around now so that you can see it a little bit better. Place your right foot so that your right toes are aligned with your left knee. Keep your heel flat on the floor. Don't let it separate. And you're going to start to press your right shoulder into your right knee. This is where I want you to start feeling a really, really nice stretch. Maybe grab onto your left knee to help you. If you're not feeling the stretch, all you need to do is bring your right foot a couple of inches back. But remember, your heel is into the floor. Don't let go. It will open up, I promise, promise, promise. This is such a wonderful stretch, especially after you come back from a hike, which I know everybody's going to be doing today and tomorrow. The weather is wonderful. We will all want to go into nature. But if you're staying home and doing gardening, you know what to do with your shoulders now. Now, we're going to switch. Again, I'm moving around. I hope you guys can see it well enough. So your left foot, my left toes are aligned with my right knee. And I'm starting here. If I start feeling that not enough of a stretch here, then I would pull my left foot slightly back. Keep that heel in. One more breath. Very nice. Good. Let's very quickly open up our hips. So tuck your right knee under and bring your left leg over to the right side of your body. Ooh, this should feel really good, especially if you guys took my class yesterday. Ugh, that was insane. Not yesterday, on Thursday. Okay, so if this is not an option, you remember you can always lie down on the floor, cross your left leg over your right leg, pulling your knees down, drop your head on the floor, and just pull your feet away from each other. I would rather you try and do it seated for a reason that you will see in just a minute. But I understand if that's not an option. So roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Everything here should be pretty open. I hope it is. I want you to reach your arms all the way up. And from here, rotate to the left side of your body. So your right hand ends up on your left knee. And your left hand is behind you. So many variations here. Find your position. Find how far you're going to go. I'm going to turn around. You're going to see what I'm going to be talking to you about. Once again, if this is not an option, just stay on the floor and continue stretching your hips. So I'm gonna open up my chest, watch the spine here, and I'm going to turn around. So right now my spine is very erect. Now what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna round it and lift. And again, I'm gonna round it and lift. One more time, round and lift. Very nice. And from here, go ahead and return. You should have felt the difference in the way your left hip felt. Hands are going to be in front of you. Gently shift your body side to side and start to bring your chest as close to your left knee as you can. Try not to round your back. So it's very easy, well, not very easy, but it's definitely an option to just drop your nose to your left knee. And that's definitely a stretch, no question about it. But what I'm hoping for is more openness in the chest, slightly flatter back, and you're walking your hands as far forward as you can, pulling your shoulders slightly back and leaning forward. I hope you can feel the difference here. Two more breaths. Good. Helping yourself with your hands. We're coming out of this one. If you're on the floor, go ahead and release and shake your legs. Same here. Release and shake your legs. Let's switch. Left leg under, right one over. Nice and easy. These are deep stretches. And remember, we're going to start with spine. Settle in here. Find your hips. Make sure that they're really square. If it's hard for you to bring your right hip down, place a towel under your left one. I should have mentioned that before. Okay, once again, roll your shoulders back. All is nice and happy in your upper back. Inhale, open up. And with an exhale, we're going to the right side of the body. Once again, the spine is erect. Chest is open. You're bringing your left hand on your right knee to help you move in this direction. So your arms are actually quite active. Ready? And in this stretch, you are rounding your back and lifting. And again. One more time. Round. And lift. Very good. And from here, very gently, we're going to come out of this one, gently being the operative word. Bring your hands in front of you if you are seated, and shift your hips gently side to side as you're bringing your chest forward. It's not the connection so much of your chest with your right knee. It's almost like you're trying to bring your chest further in front of that. Keep your hands available so that they really support you as you continue to open up. Lots of breathing here, lots. Remember, we already did a little bit of that twist in the spine and also a little bit of an opening in our glutes before. So your body should be a little bit more ready to open up. Two more breaths, please. Very nice. Wonderful. Very good. All right, coming out of this one, once again, lean back, bring your legs in front of you, shake them. All right, we're gonna go back in front of our chair. We're back in our kneeling position. Sorry, losing my language here. Okay, let's reset here once again. Arms are going to be on that chair. Most importantly, our elbows are going to be on this chair. You're going to find your own distance And you're gonna start by just dropping your chest down, becoming really, really heavy through your spine, and then lift for just neutral position for a minute. Place your hands together once again and bend your elbows as you're bringing your hands either on the back of your head or on your neck. Separate your elbows as far as you need to. Please drop your chest as low as you can. You should definitely feel that something wonderful is happening both in your shoulders, underarms, and mid-back. Maybe shift your hips slightly side to side. Even a couple of inches in one direction or the other will make a difference in the way you feel this. Experiment. 2 more breaths. This should be so much more comfortable than it was in the beginning of this practice. All right, gently press your elbows into the chair and lift. Yay. Drop your hips all the way back. Sliding your hands a little bit closer to the edge. Shift your hips side to side, drop your head. Is it easier now to bring your arms behind your ears? Like I always ask you both in my yoga classes and when we do these stretches with the belts, and I keep telling you, arms behind your ears, arms behind your ears, and go ahead and gently release that. Wonderful. All right, let's come back on the mat. Getting closer. Thanks for sticking with me. Drop your head on the floor. Good. Right knee in. Gently open things up. Once again, if you need to, place your left hand on your left hip as you bring the right knee over towards your right shoulder and gently open it up. And then take that knee lower and again up towards your shoulder. And again, lower and shoulder. One more time, lower and towards your shoulder. Awesome. All right, let's exchange the hands. Right knee goes into your left hand, right arm is extended. And now, I'm gonna turn around. You're gonna bring that knee towards your left shoulder first. And then slowly, you're going to start to bring that knee toward the floor, but at the level of your waist. And then maybe even lower at the level of your hip. Stay wherever you are. Find that's the most perfect position for your spine. And breathe. Good. Very gently lead that knee toward the level of your waist and then start to bring your right hip back on the floor. Your knees now pointing towards your left shoulder, and then your right hip back on the floor, and your knee is towards your chest. Good. Switch. Left knee comes in, hug it, and now it is in your left arm, and you're taking it out, first towards your left shoulder, right arm is out. Right hip is down on the floor, and then drop it toward the level of your waist and back towards your left shoulder. And again, your waist should feel so much easier. I so hope it does. And one last time. Lower towards your waist and towards your shoulder, and then re-rotate that. So right knee towards your right shoulder. Replace the knee, it is in your right hand now. Left arm is out. Nice and slow. You should feel that all very beautifully in your top part of your glute and in your piriformis. And then slowly, as you take it now to the level of your waist, you see how my knee now goes toward the level of my, now I'm pressing it all the way toward the floor while my left shoulder blade remains on the floor. And then from here, I'm going to take that knee slightly lower, like it is now across my hip as opposed to my waist. See how my voice has changed because everything is squeezed and twisted. I'm going to find the position where I feel it the most in the left portion of my spine, maybe my mid back as well. Maybe you may be feeling it completely different. 2 more breaths. And then from here, first you're going to lift it just a little tiny bit toward that level of your waist. And then slowly you're going to start to bring your left hip back and the lower back back as you're bringing your left knee toward your right shoulder. Gently pressing it. Nice. Good. And I want you to bring your right knee also toward your chest and shift your hips off the floor. Nice, big, happy, long lower back. Completely happy and open tailbone. Grab your toes. And if you can, straighten your legs. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Do not overdo it. We didn't really do much on hamstrings today at all. Completely different emphasis today. So you don't have to torture anything. I just want you to feel a really nice opening right here. Lower back, upper glutes. Good. Inhale. And with an exhale, go ahead and release that. Stretch your legs. Take a nice, long, deep inhale. And exhale. Feels good. We're done for the day.